when I received the invitation for launching this book and formally release it, I was a bit surprised. Surprised in the sense that what I should say in the formal launching of the book, as I have already given my assessment while writing the foreword of the book. Like many of you, I had the privilege of going through some of the pieces when they were published in the columns written by him in Indian Express. I am particularly referring to 3 articles, and I am grateful to the author and my friend Sri P. Chidambaram for sharing his thought and perhaps reflecting the thought and same feeling in 3 articles written in the May 2017 Thinking Moment, Thinking Feelings on 7th May, 14th May and 21st May 2017. Violence, slow rate of growth, joblessness, uncertainties in various economic field. He has analyzed with a professional eye and also provided the alternative solutions. It is because of his long association and particularly being one of the 3 most important architects of India's liberalization, Dr. Manmohan Singh, P. Chidambaram, Mantek Singh Ahluwalia, under the stewardship of the then Prime Minister, Sri P. V. Narasimha Rao, in the early 90s. Chidambaram had the privilege of piloting the international trade as Minister in charge of Commerce. And Dr. Saab was the Finance Minister. Mr. Ahluwalia was the Deputy Chairman Planning Commission. This team brought revolutionary changes in the economic policies of this country and which led the main fiesta of the economic reforms. And substantially nobody has deviated from that path. No doubt there is differences in emphasis and degrees. It is bound to happen in a multi-party democracy when the responsibility of the government as the choice of people falls from party to party. Every political party has its own philosophy which gets reflected in their manifesto to the people, which is a commitment to the electorate. And a vigilant nation, conscious political activists, thinker and writer, they keep an eye to what extent the promises are kept, commitments are implemented. In this volume, Speaking Truth to Power, Chidambaram has done the correct thing of speaking the truth, which is the responsibility of the opposition. Literally, he belongs to opposition. As Member of Parliament, he opposes various propositions of the government on the floor. But unfortunately, in our democracy, and here I know, quite a few do not agree with me, as I am one of those who firmly believe that disruption in Parliament is the most betrayal to the commitment to the people of this country, because nobody offers to anyone the membership of the Parliament. Each and every member of the Parliament begs the vote from the people, whether the general electorate or the selected electorate, like members of the legislature. But it never happens that somebody comes without asking the vote. Even the President of the Republic is also to seek the vote. Therefore, after seeking the vote, thereafter, finding out a theoretical proposition that disruption is an effective parliamentary intervention, unfortunately, I am one which does not agree with it. I do feel, particularly the opposition space is shrinked more when the Parliament is disrupted. And in one way or other, instead of opposing the government of the day, it serves some sort of helping hand, provides helping hand to the government of the day. Anyway, that's besides the point. What I feel, what Mr. Chidambaram has done, a great thing, that he has brought our attention. As I mentioned earlier, that he not only thought his own feeling and sentiments, when it was the sinking moment, he reflected the spirit of the people. Many of you have read these articles when it was serialized in the weekly columns of him in Indian Express. Those who have not read, they will find it quite interesting. And the way it has been presented in this book is no doubt most interesting. As I mentioned in the foreword of when I wrote the foreword to this book, that I would like to draw the attention of the readers, particularly to the writings on Gujarat and Jammu and Kashmir. I have no doubt, as his kalam is popular, the book will be equally popular, and there is one commonality apart from we belong to the same party and we shared larger part of our governmental careers under the same Prime Minister, starting from P.V. Narasimha Rao. Of course, he started little before that. When I was not in the cabinet, it was the cabinet of Mr. Rajiv Gandhi. Similarly, when I started with Mrs. Indira Gandhi's government in 70s, he was still then getting himself ready to be one of the most eminent lawyers of the country. He used to practice and already earned quite a name in Madras High Court. And his wife equally an eminent lawyer, Nolini Chidambaram, was the Counsel of Revenue Department in the Madras High Court when I was Minister of State in charge of Revenue and Expenditure in the early 70s. But we have shared the government of Dr. Manmohan Singh, who is present here, long years. We have shared the government of P.V. Narasimha Rao, full 5 years. And we have shared the Congress platform, sharing our views to the Congress delegates in the session and members in the working committee. It's not that always we agree, but that is the beauty of democracy. It has enough space to accommodate all the views, all the opinions, and that's why he has assumed to speak the truth on behalf of the people who do not see eye to eye with the policies of the policymakers of the day. I congratulate him for bringing out this volume. I also express my thanks to young, energetic publisher Kopish Mehra, who is also my publisher, and he has brought out all my 3 books, 3 volumes of my memoirs, and we are getting ready for the 4th volume. Thank you, Kopish. Thank you, Mr. Chidambaram. Thank you, and warm congratulations. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.